Welcome to Adventures in Silvernail. This is Campaign 5. What the Baby Odyssey of Chaos. This is episode 21, and boy, oh boy, have we done some things. Let me tell you a story about the Will of Asteri. Who are they? These people gathered right here. We have Andrew, Scott, Erica, Tanner, and Ben. And there are prospective characters whose names are listed that I will always fuck up, so I will not say now. But view them, enjoy them, get immersed in it. These five randos were pulled together from the Fae and beyond, brought together by blood pacts made by ancestors of old, and a deal to seal out some primordial evils or some primordial influences that were b- preventing life from continuing on. And thus the will of his theory was born, and the primordial princes were banished from the Fae, sent to their own primordial planes, and the Fae was allowed to exist and continue on for thousands of years. Until this moment, now in 523. That sounds accurate. Is that the year?
I
532?
think it's 33.
What
Well,
are
you're gonna
those?
make me Google now.
In the year of now, 500 and uh, the members of the Will of Mystery have been plucked and picked as time has destined them to come back and have to deal with this problem once again as their ancestors did, except they don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of questions, a lot of mystery, and they spent the last 20 episodes trying to figure out how to get to identify, combat, and contain this problem that is a quasi deity like event. And they did it! After a short trip to Desiree Elmira's family tree, gaining some intel from her lovely Druid Grove family, they marched out of the court of summer into the court of autumn, into the Fungal Mother's domain, where they were met with three Duroks who are dark druids for the girlies at home who don't know SAT words, dark druids who had bound this entity that the team had identified as the primordial prince, and they combated the Duroks. They defeated them. They removed the effect they had on this giant, gargantuan being. They cracked the crystal inside of it, revealing inside of that there was a lovely floral woman who Ursine believes to be the daughter of Agba and also the primordial prince's heir. We know historically, if we're keeping track for the girlies at home, that the OG primordial prince of Earth's name was in fact not Agba, but it was, scrolling through my notes, Teros the Trimmer. So for the girls at home, that is a weird thing. Um, Flora kind of explained that she has been missing a bunch of times. She doesn't really know what's going on. She knows that there were others sent here. A word that has been said before, Ishkatar, which is primordial for family, more specifically, second family or chosen family. And she was sent here to uh, prepare this place for the person who comes after her, her progenitor, or the progenitors of these entities. Though she claims to not be a primordial prince, she does claim to be the heir of a primordial prince. And thus the party learns that they are not dealing with primordial princes. They're in fact dealing with the offspring of the great evil primordial princes. They're badass kids that I will be calling the primal influencers. Um, these elemental baddies have appeared, and you could assume that there is an earth, a fire, an air, and an ice, as that has been the recurring theme. We find the party sitting in a sporeless grove that was cleared out not by the party, but by, we assume, the Duroks. And they sit in a artificially created meadow that is being sustained by our friend Desiree, who is treating Flora, who seems to be ill, and as she tried to heal her with some magic and with the plant growth, she was able to tell that there's been so much energy pulled out of Flora that now she is like draining it from things. She is dying and she is absorbing energy. So as Desiree is holding this plant growth spell, trying to sustain her, she knows the only thing that is keeping her alive is the fact that she is not just holding plant growth, but fun fact for Erica, she's pumping spell slots into this to keep this person alive. She is the life support for Flora in this moment as Flora is holding on, trying to communicate any information she can. And one of the last things she said, as she's laying in the arms of Ursine and Desiree, was that she wants to go home to her mother. And we pick up right there as the party stands around, absolutely confuzzled by all the chaos that is unfolding in between them, in front of them. Um, the picture on the roll 20, this woman who is of floral descent. She is made up of leaves and vines and trees. There is no human form there. She is just shaped into human form, and she lays there, kind of wilting away and reconstituting herself, as she kind of sits up and she looks at you and she will again say, "I want to go home." She says to her son.
Um, I'm still a little bit uncertain on where that is. I can take you to Agba, but that is... I'm sort of stuck here myself at the moment.
I would like to go to her if possible. She would have all. She would have the answers. She knows all.
Kinda. Um, as soon as we're able to rest for a moment, we can go to her together.
You notice your blights start to they gather up and they kind of just like are tending to little aspects of her that's like kind of trying to make her more comfortable. They don't have any power to heal, but you can see like that they are trying desperately to also bring some comfort in this moment of they are picking up on the stress that is coming out of her. Um, I will ask, Tanner, are you by any chance magic eyeing?
Detect magic?
Yeah.
For sure, because like this is interesting to me.
Yeah, something that you could feel the magic that was coming off of the her gargantuan form. Like there was like obviously kind of like radiating off of it. This is like you've cracked the hazmat suit. You are at the center of this thing, and it is intense. You like activate your eyes, and you feel the urge to keep them closed because it's like standing in front of a light with your eyes closed. You can feel the energy like seeping off her. It's so powerful that you can like feel the radiating come off her, and you've never felt anything quite as potent or as powerful or as close to you before. And it is kind of mind blowing as a person who like sees magic all the time and live in the Fae. Like this, you've never seen this much consolidated magic, except maybe in Mother, but hers is a lot more mishmashy and like she's put this together. This thing was made this way. It is unfettered potential that got to, ride this course out until this moment. But just pure power is sitting in front of you.
That's scary. It's slightly hot.
Make me a insight check as you're watching this magic or feeling it.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 19. Plus 7. 26.
Ooh, 26. You're first kind of like enamored by the magic that is coming off of Flora, and then you kind of like can feel magic coming from other places. You've always the Fae is always kind of magical, but now you're kind of experiencing two anomalies that you've not seen before because you're not just you're also in a place that is a person. You're feeling the magic of the fungal mother under your feet in the ground around you, and you're more so seeing there's like a fluctuation that's happening in Flora's magic that seems to be almost as if it's being pulled in or absorbed by the fungal mother. It's like pulling that energy down into its roots. You wouldn't know why, but you definitely can tell that that's happening. You see that magic being pulled somewhere else.
I mean, yeah, I would assume that's one of the fungal mother's jams that she's capable of doing with anything she doesn't want in the area. At least would be like Sylvie's assumption. I'm like, this is this bitch directly doing that.
Yeah, either she doesn't want it or she does want it for herself.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking at this power. I would have the same thoughts of like, give me, it's like I understand that mindset there a little bit. With that in mind, Sylvie's definitely going to nonchalantly, like no panic or anything, start to go behind Des, like kind of druid craft with the blights and her, and kind of battery pack like this healing energy going into Flora to just like intensify that and just like kind of take note of me noticing like her power being seeped like into the ground. So I mean, Sylvie would just be like, guys, it appears that the fungal mother might be absorbing her energy somehow because it's pretty potent. We should go. I feel like being in movement would be better than being stationary.
I mean, I'm down. We still haven't found the ley line yet.
I mean, was she not the ley line?
Was she? I don't know. This is confusing.
You know that there's a physical location. The Earth Elemental Ley line is at Treesty Leasty. That was something that Erica learned a while ago, which is the other end of the court. It's like the farthest end of the court. It's the most powerful part. But both those things are true. Triaging,
Yes.
which is more stressful. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if we are going to continue to keep moving, can we promise to at least be a little lighter on our feet this time? You had me very nervous earlier.
Who, me?
I mean,
Not you.
all of you, yes, in a way. Those that were not making noise with their feet perhaps might have been making it with their mouth or other orifices.
I'm old. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, I the only thing coming out of my orifices is a little bit of acid left over. There ain't no like toots or anything. But I'll try to be careful around the plants.
I'm all toots at this point in my life.
Well, all I'm asking is if we could at least try our best to keep the noise to a minimum. I think that will make our success in this highly more likely.
Tidbit can try, but Tidbit likes to talk.
That's fair.
I mean, you can always talk in your mind, Tidbit.
Timmy, can you
Oh,
make me a insight check? You're trying to beat your own passive insight. So you're trying to be a 20.
okay.
You got it.
It's a dirty 20.
I'm gonna give you a little boost with Flash of Genius, so you can get a 5 on that.
Okay, 25. Yeah, you're sitting there and you're looking at this place. You've been warned about the fungal mother, and it's kind of like everyone else is kind of like, oh, it's like a person who you've heard about. You've been like explicitly warned about the fungal mother, even though she is an ally of Demina. Demina's always just like, I don't trust her. She's too old. She wants too many things. And you're kind of like in this place, and I think that your 20 catches that obviously this place has been like destroyed of the fungal things that make it that are the signature of the fungal mother. But also you recognize that you were fighting these Duroks who may have not been in complete contention, like in alliance with the fungal mother, based on the fact that there are no funguses here. But that's also really weird to you because it's like that is such a power move. And being around people like Sylvie and Sharp, you're understanding that everyone doesn't always move the way that they seem to move. Your brain is picking up on there may be a bigger plot here. Like this seems like one of the like it just looks like it's supposed to not point towards the fungal mother so hard that it's like, oh, are you trying to is the fungal mother trying to do something here, but like cover up her tracks? So it's like, well, I did. There were rogue. Is it a false flag thing? It's like they're rogue agents. I didn't do this thing, but like, if this powerful beast happens to get captured here and destroyed here, and I get the magic, and I didn't do anything, oopsies, but yay me. And it's like those things start to process in your head as you're like working on this. You're like, wait a minute, there's a lot of power, physical power is up for grabs in this moment, and as a person who works with the acapella, that's not the best thing to be up for grabs.
So, are we taking this girl with us, or should Tidbit,
Yes.
for sure,
banish
Tidbit, yeah.
them?
No, we're gonna take her with us for now.
She wants to
ours.
go home, and Tidbit could banish them home, and then we don't have a incredibly dangerous thing around us that might
Yeah, but
be
then we can't
very
pick her mind.
problematic.
I think we need her, Tidbit.
Wait, everybody, hold on. Can I roll an insight on Tidbit? Because there seems to be a lot of importance behind this, beyond normal. Oh, insight 11 plus 0. Well, I'm gonna give myself. Do I need to beat his passive? Is that how this works?
Might help.
Well, I guess he's gonna have to be. You're rolling a.
I'm just trying to see if he's being fishy.
Yeah,
Because
so
he
typically
seems like there's motive.
Or a frog?
It'd either be a charisma or either be a persuasion or a deception. If Scott beats your number, you can tell him what it is.
Yeah, I'm doing this Tidbit. I'm like making everybody wait, and then I'm really looking at you like in an uncomfortable way, like I see you, like to make you defend or not, you know.
It's like, it's kind of cute.
And I rolled a 16 with my, so that's what I got. Now, Tidbit, you got to do some charisma roll for me to beat.
Yeah, it's
Right?
you
Isn't
can
that
make
what you said?
yeah, either persuasion or deception. You don't have to let us know unless it's lower than a 15.
That's I rolled a 2.
All right.
Yeah, offer some insight.
What is it? Why are you trying to get rid of her?
I'm persuading Tidbit. Tidbit has cracked the conspiracy. It's
Oh.
everywhere. It's in the
Oh.
ground. It makes you think it isn't there, and that's when you know it is. Tidbit will keep his damn mouth shut if we could banish the girl and leave.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going to turn to Earth sign. Yo, your trees talk, man. Warn us about this stuff. Let him banish her. I mean, do we need her? Are you all frozen? Or are you just emotionally frozen?
That's frozen.
Oh,
You all.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
he was present.
Am I back?
I was
No.
like,
Yeah, I think you're back.
Sorry, I was
Okay,
actually
okay.
shocked. I was like,
I was like, wow,
I
he's
heard
really
half
holding that
of
for the
what Tidbit
suspense.
said, and nothing of what you Scott said.
Tidbit said there's a conspiracy in the Fae and that we have to banish her.
Well, we're gonna take her home anyways, so it doesn't really matter if we banish her or not. So let's have this happen on her terms, and they want to leave anyways.
yeah. I will also mention this conversation is fully theoretical because this woman is truly like. You can think she's like bedbound, like she's like in a hospital bed. The hospital bed is Desiree kneeling next to her, and now also Sylvie pumping this energy into her. But she's like fully like on the ground, prone, like she's speaking to you, but she's like it's all like rasp breath, and the only thing that's keeping her in a like physical form right now is the fact that there are people pumping magic into her. You are pretty sure if you were to stop this, she would die. The problem is that if she were to die, Sylvie thinks that magic would then go to the fungal mother, which layers into the conspiracy that our froggy friend mentioned.
Oh, I'm just gonna hit Tidbit. She's dying, dude.
We can fix her up and then banish her. It's not that hard, right? We
Look,
fix
yeah.
lots of people.
I don't have a lot of
True.
experience with helping people out and then doing bad stuff to them. I just do the bad stuff. So if you're gonna help them out for a while at least.
Tidbit, don't you have like some kind of a fucking bubble you can put her in?
Well, yes, actually. I really like the bubble. No, that would cut off everything. It would just be in a bubble. And
Well,
then
I
someone
kind
would
of have
have
a
to
theory
push her
running
and
here. I think if we cut off her access to her surroundings, she won't get sapped as much. At least is my thought. If it's the fungal mother that's sapping her energy, then if we protect her from that, it won't get sapped anymore?
But then
No
you would be able
conspiracy after that.
Sylvia, you can make an insight check. I don't know if you think that is for sure what's happening, but
It's my hunch.
yeah,
My detective. What am I making?
insight.
Insight. It's a +7. 17. That was
Yeah,
simple math.
it's not so much that the fungal mother is killing her. It's whatever has happened to her, whatever happened with the Durak and them pulling their energy. That is what is like. This is like now like just the ramifications of them pulling so much energy out of her that like she can no longer like sustain her own energy. So
Sustain
it's
the energy.
burning hot. The fungal mother is full on just like opportunity, like, oh, this energy is going to waste in my domain. I'm going to take it. The
Heard.
question that is in Tibbet's brain is, was that orchestrated or not? Like, you remember that these Durak were waiting here. Like, they had been here for a couple of days. They had been in stasis waiting up until, you guys arrived. They had been doing some weird things before. You know that Melody had mentioned that this was the most recent weird anomaly that happened. And Flora herself mentioned that she's been here for some time. So, like, that there's been at least 2 months of things going on, to the fact that it's gotten bad enough that other planes are being affected by, or not planes, other courts are being affected by this one, but not to the point where this court has made an attack. Like, if there are these 4 elemental beings in these different places, why aren't they running around and attacking? This one
Yeah.
was because it was being held down, but why was it being held here if their goal is to bring forth this new land for their parents? Like, it just doesn't add up. Like, that's bad planning. So it's like you're seeing multiple plots that are just like matching
Converging.
each other. Yeah. But she cannot be moved. You do know that if she dies here, that her energy will go away. I think you would also be able to know that if you just need to, the energy needs to go somewhere else, and it just can't go where it's currently going, which would be
Yeah.
either amorphously anywhere or being siphoned directly into the fungal mother. That is, so it needs to go. It needs a new home. And Ursine, make me I don't want to say wisdom anymore. But you're good. Or I don't want to say insight, rather. Make me a survival check. It's +9. I know that. Okay.
yeah.
Get the right character sheet out. We had a game yesterday. He was making some rolls. And he was like, "This is actually my level 13 character sheet." Whoops. And I was like, "Oh."
Those aren't level 3 numbers.
I was like,
That is a 28 total.
ooh. You kind of, as everyone's kind of chatting and talking, you're very like locked in on this person. There's this camaraderie you share with them. And Desiree's also very locked in magically, but you're like just here honed in. And you see your blights are starting to, they're getting very like possessive. You can see as things are kind of progressing, there's a new image on the Roll20. As things are progressing, she is actively getting worse, and these blights are like panicking. They are starting to wrap themselves around her. They're trying to like hug energy into her, basically. They don't have the ability to share energy, but they're like trying to get as close to her as possible, and you can feel them like squeezing her. There's a moment where she grabs your hand, and she kind of looks at you, and she goes, just tell my mom, thank you for finding me. And in that moment, you feel this leaves start to like fall off of her skin, but they start to like come towards you and start to flail up your skin. You have this almost an instant of looking very Desiree in your own right, of like these leaves kind of covering your body. As you complete your mission, you have found the daughter of Agba, and you in fact level up. You become level 14, and in this surge of power as your
Whoa.
blights are hanging on to her. This energy is happening. They start to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, and your hand is in her hand, and you can just feel it like as Sylvie is watching this happen, like magically, you're seeing this light just like rapidly starting to fade, but it's not dropping down. It's just going out, and then it hits like out, and then it comes back up. But this time, it's no longer in Flora. It is now in Ursine. Ursine has this energy that is glowing through him. He's radiating with this natural light energy as Flora is truly like dissipating. Like the leaves are wilting away from her, and she is just falling apart. Smile on her face, looking longingly at Ursine, and Ursine. It feels very much like you find a wounded animal in the woods, and it's like it is just better to put you out of your misery than to like let you like exist in this traumatized state for a long time because you don't know how long it could be, and you can feel your plants, your blights, these dark things that are known for the destroying nature. Normally, they like absorb her energy and they siphon it from her to you instead of to the fungal mother, and you gain this power as she just kind of dwindles away. And then there's another image. As that transfer of power is completed, she moves back into this almost like she was green, then she kind of hit this like grayed out kind of like there's no hydration in her. She kind of like dulls out, and then there's a moment of like burst. It's a third image now on the Roll20. There's like a moment of like color that comes back into her, and there's just peace and resonance. Desiree, you can feel your magic lets go. There's nothing else for it to hold on to. There are no plants here for it to grow, and you can just feel it release as you like let it go. And she kind of fades into the nothingness of the ground. She just kind of becomes plants, roots, vines, and kind of just like not melts away, but melts away in the very foliage. That's not a word. Like a plant would
Sure.
melt away.
Decomposes?
Wither.
There's a word in there. I'm sure there is. Um, in this moment of stress and comprehension, any thoughts, comments, concerns from the people watching? A person die and a person gain lots of power.
Yeah, Sylvie's definitely gonna go and pat the heads of the blights and just be like, "Job well done, boys. Job well done. We got it."
I feel
Yeah.
like Desiree, whatever pieces were left behind, would start kind of piling them up into like a memoriam right where her body disappeared. So it might be just like a pile of leaves with some twigs, but whatever is there, she's gonna kind of like throw together a little makeshift headstone.
Yeah. As you're in that moment of trying to commemorate this moment that's happening, we have BB Grimes redeemed. A storm appears. So overhead, as you are kind of gathering these things, this cloud starts to roll in, and it rolls in from the north of you, which is north of this place is the court of Spring, the air court, and you see that there's this massive pink cloud that kind of rolls over, and it like makes everything very very dark. Overcast is absolutely wild, and I need everyone to make me a deck save.
What is
So
this?
terrifying.
Woo! A natural 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
An 11.
I got a 3.
Ooh.
I got a 19.
We're hurt.
Got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Tanner and Erica fail.
Fail.
Your cakes fail. Hold.
I don't wanna.
Um, If you pass, you take no damage. But I will say what happens before I give you the damage rolls. This cloud kind of rolls over as you're prepping this funeral / memorial site. People are kind of just like either standing around or helping with this thing. Desiree, you are the first to realize what's happening because it happens right in front of you. This bolt of bright pink lightning slams down, not at you, but at the point of where you're building this memorial. Like if they had been here maybe 30 seconds ago, it would have went straight through the heart of Flora laying on the ground. It just like hits the ground, but because you're close enough, it then affects you, and then bolts of lightning start to rain down from the sky, causing everyone to make these saves. If you failed, you take 23 points of lightning damage from the bolt closest to you. And if you pass, you're able to dodge out of the way magically and acrobatically, or roll if you're a robot. Whatever works for you and your character sheet. But you hear almost on the wind, as if it's all around you. It's a small, just. Wow, I didn't think there are other people playing. And you see, it's almost like she is made out of cloud and sky herself. She is 120 feet in the air, and there's an image on your roll 20. She has hair made just of pink clouds that kind of swirl around her. Her body is it is just like you can tell that rain is hitting it. It's like rain on the window pane. Like she has window pane skin, and rain is just always hitting her, so you can see her outline. She has this cloud hair. The only physical thing she has with her is this like violin fiddle she has in her hand, and she's like playing. She's playing it. And as she's playing it, you can like with the perception of 20, she's hitting this dramatic like motions as lightning is raining down. She's obviously the one controlling this storm. She kind of gives that soft chuckle. I didn't realize there were other people playing. Did you? Who killed Flora? That was my job. Not nice. Who was it?
It just sort of happened.
Oh, it just sort of happened.
It
Like
just sort of happened.
her arm goes across. Another deck save from you, my friend. Kind of like that just happened, and you notice as you're hearing her speak, her mouth isn't moving. And probably no one can really see her mouth except for the frog with the crazy 20, but her mouth is not moving. The sound that she is creating is coming solely from the stroking of the strings, and then the air around you is like speaking. It's like moving through. You can like it's like making the sounds that allow you to hear her as she like speaks on the wind. Well,
15.
I'm
15.
assuming you're the
15.
elemental counterpart to her.
That is a fail, and that would be. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, Jesus, much better that time. 35 points of lightning damage.
Absorb elements.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Hey, Tidbit, why don't you banish her?
Right?
Oh. Oh yeah.
Before
Yeah.
Tidbit does that, I'm gonna arcane augment her, so she has to -5 from that save too.
Yeah, you cast the
Shit.
banner.
Is she in range?
Well, she's
120 feet.
yeah, I think
She's what?
she's 120 feet, so I think she might be out of range for you. I don't know.
For the frog.
Vertical.
I'm gonna touch him and cast fly so he can fly.
Period.
Wait. No. Wait. No. Wait.
You can levitate, my child.
Okay. Okay. Banish.
I'm like flying beside him, like training wheels.
I like maybe. Okay, so your question was, so you're the counterpart of this one, and she will answer to that. You hear the response as she's playing these chords. No, technically, I'm supposed to be weak to Flora, but here we are. I'm alive and she's dead, so there's that. And then as so to cast the banishment spell, do you need assistance or do you have the range? Do you need the fly from Sharp?
I need the fly.
Yeah, okay. So Sharp kind of rolls over and taps Tidbit. Tidbit levitates and starts to fly towards her. I'm assuming 60 feet is the range you need.
Yes.
Wasn't Sylvie flying up as well?
Oh yes, and Sylvie kind of levitates up with them. And
They're new to this.
her focus is on, like, as she is speaking, her body language is all being directed towards Desiree, but mostly towards the no longer corpse of Flora, which Desiree is next to. So all her energy is going this way. So she's not really paying attention to you, though she is answering your questions because she can hear you. Or you feel like she can hear you because she's responding to you. As you fly up in the air and not you, but as Tidbit flies up into the air and throws out that banishment. Tell me what banishment looks like for you, Tidbit, in this moment. I just try to banish the wind.
Hmm.
I've got a bad feeling, guys.
I know, me too.
It's probably fine.
Michael's excited.
Like,
Banish the wind?
it's the wind. I mean, she's a creature, but it's the wind. It could make it dramatic.
She has many forms.
What's her weakness? That helps you with me.
I think Tidbit's just gonna open up their mouth and just like, you know how like if you're sick or got a lot of spit, you open your mouth, there's like that little bubble. It's like that, but it's just gonna start blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing until it gets the wind and pops. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make this bubble kind of appear out of your mouth. And you got the high insight, you have the eye perception. You hear they're not laughing the way in which she laughed. When she laughed, she was like, "I'm laughing to the back of the house, ha 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 ha!" Like I'm here. This laugh is something that you're overhearing it. It's a small like side chuckle, and it causes you to turn and look as you see three figures. Hard to know what they are, but you know two of them have wings. Two of them are some sort of a bird folk, and you see them standing in some trees, like they're like kind of perched in trees, like watching this happen. And then you see one of them you see a crystal on one of their heads kind of swirls around. It is pink and it flashes just a little bit. And you see Sylvie, you see the magic is sucked from his spell out of his mouth and into that crystal. You can make me a history check if you'd like, Sylvie.
That's rude.
Oh shit, I just spilled my soda. Nope, it was empty. It's fine. Great.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, your mouth is moving, but I cannot hear you.
I can't hear you.
Okay, what I said was, it was a good roll, but I have a -1, so that's 17.
17. Not bad. Your eyes are still doing your magic thing, so you see that happening, and you see a magic stone that has the ability to absorb magic, and that is something that catches your eye. You've heard of Ionian stones before. They are these gem crystal fragments that often like float above casters' heads, and they have various abilities. One of them is notably the ability to counter other magics. They range in effect, like color dictates what they can do, and there's always scales of them and all this kind of stuff.
Mizu had one that was a camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last season, Mizu had one that was a camera. This bitty has one that is a counterspell. And so, yeah, you see that happen as you go to cast that banishment, and it seems like it's working, and it's just like a slight as that stone whips around and just sucks the magic out. You're still able to but everything is.
I was gonna say, as soon as I see that happen, I'm just going to pop off 3 Eldritch Blast directly at that stone.
Yeah, ooh, at the stone, yes.
So I can at least have sight on the magic and where it went to. So I'm aiming right for it.
Yeah, maybe some attack rolls.
Nat 20,
Ooh.
16, and 24.
Perfect. They cast shield to block one of those out. The 24 and the nat 20 still hit.
Nice. So the nat 20 will be 16 force damage,
Mhm.
and the regular will be 6 force damage. So
Good
24
lord.
total.
Nice. And one for each of them, right? You were shooting at different people. You wanted one for. Oh, they're all going at the.
No,
stone.
they were all going at the stone. Yeah.
You said that. Okay, yes. They kind of
Sorry.
fly out, and you said that. They throw up a shield to block one of the attacks, and then kind of as the shield is still up and around, the stone oscillates outside of it because it always rotates. And as soon as it steps outside of that barrier, and you hit those 2 shots on it, and it hits it. Definitely takes damage. It does not break or anything, and it kind of just like continues to go around. And you see that there is a commotion that happens in the trees as you like spot them and shoot them. It's like woo. And then I need you to make a dex save. And how close are you to my friend
Fair.
Tidbit?
Maybe that's not important.
I mean, you flew up next to him. I'm just
That's an
curious.
18 for a dex save.
That is a pass.
I still take half, don't I?
Yes. Ew. 8 points of damage. I rolled so bad.
Oh.
Yes. As pink lightning strikes you from the sky. And you hear, "It's me you should be focused on, not them.
I
Who
just
are
like
you?"
I just like point and look at the rest of the group. I'm like, where I just shot those shots, that's where they're located. This is not real.
What?
I'm like, the lady in the sky, an illusion or sign. The real people over there. Attack over there where I just shot.
I think we should bail.
No, they some hiding ass bitches. We can take
Scorching
them. Just heal me.
ray.
There we go.
Scorching ray.
Are you shooting at the trio?
Scorching ray. I get
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
And I ask for heals and start dashing.
And I have 120-foot range.
Oh yeah, you can get them. They're only about 90 feet away from you.
Oh, great. Alright. That is a dirty 20, 29, and 19.
Are you attacking individual? Are you attacking the same one that Tanner attacks, or are you attacking different
I'm
ones?
hitting each of them to send a massage.
Aww.
They're all casters. The one of them still has shield up, so that one will miss, and then the other 2 will throw up shields as well. So you would have hit them, but now you have all 3 of them who are like.
Oh, okay.
You see a light glow is coming from this area that is out of sight, about 90 feet away. Not from the fire. As you hit them, you shield it, kind of like wrap it around, and they're like now like in battle stance. And lit up from the fire, you can see that it's an Aarakocra, an Owlin, and a Kinku. 2-winged beast and a non-winged bird. And then that you it was your attack. Sorry.
Bonus action. Because I don't think it's been a full hour since we got here and started fighting, right? Great. So my little robot's just kind of like chilling behind me. He's gonna run up 15 feet and shoot at. The one that attacked Sylvie. I know they've got shields, so I'm really hoping for a high number here. Well, if 29 didn't get it, then 24 is not gonna get it.
Sorry.
Oh God.
Who? Um. You make those attacks, and then you kind of hear from her. her fiddle. I don't know. I don't know what fiddles sound like, obviously. But she makes a very loud. It's a screeching noise. So it's not pleasant to the ear. But kind of like catches your head for a second, and as anyone who's facing towards, Tanner, where'd you go? Anyone who's facing towards the, oh, he's back. Facing towards the trio, they kind of see that they vanish and they reappear up next to the floating woman as she casts the spell Scatter, and she teleports them all to her. And so now all four of them are well, two of them are flying in the air. She is hovering, and then like one is the Kenku is like holding on to one of the other bird people because they ain't got no wings, they can't fly. So they're just like holding on. I wouldn't say if anyone wants to attack, and she's trying to give you a lovely speech. Keep just throwing things at her.
We can just let you finish your speech if that's what you want.
I think we should just
Yeah.
bail.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear this.
So the opposite, just okay.
Okay, but I'm using the
I mean,
summer song pin that makes the barrier to block specific spell effects, so we can block that lightning.
like the
Okay.
lightning. Yeah.
Her.
And since you did it, she'll call down on lightning, and it kind of dissipates over it. Head kind of cocks. Who are you all? Why are you
And
interfering?
our sign.
Her sign.
That's her sign.
Is it
We're
ringing
the
bells?
new Will of Asteri.
Her face turns up at that name. Oh, they still
Yeah.
do that?
Oh, we're still kicking. Yeah.
Apparently.
Barely. I would advise you all, Will of Asteri. He's dead, right? Let's be careful you don't join him. Perhaps you should stay in your places and do whatever this is while you still can. It's best for all of us involved if you just stop now.
Oh no, you don't understand. We got 3 more.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna follow us the whole time? Cause look, I've been with this gang. You just spend a little bit of time with them, and you're like, all right, maybe I need a vacation. No offense, guys.
None taken.
I mean, I
Same.
get it.
What's up, ladies? It's me, isn't it? My flock here thinks very highly of me, and I think very lowly of you all. It's funny that you round wheel thing think that I am worried about you, or this is a race. A race would mean that we were on equal footing, and we are not on equal footing.
Neither are your underlings we were about to beat the shit out of that you are so proud and praising.
Wait,
That's why they're underlings. They do what I need them to do, and that's about it.
I think
Oh.
she's really self-conscious because she wasn't chosen by God.
Oh, I
Period,
think you're
tidbit. That
right.
was it.
Hey, listen,
that
don't
makes
feel
sense.
bad. Oh, not all of us were chosen by God. Some of us just had to kill a bunch of crackers to get here.
We're all special in our own and unique ways.
That's right.
Oh, that's so cute. You're all special in our own unique ways.
Mm-hmm.
And when you die, in your own
Oh.
unique way.
Hey, listen, I don't like your attitude. I think me and my
He's got a
friends,
tone.
we don't like this. We might have to
She's
kill
kind of a
you.
bitch.
Oh, you might have to kill me.
No, just your underlings.
Yeah,
So you have to
just-
get new ones.
It's your birds.
Oh,
Tweety
well,
birds.
that's the thing about flocks. You can always just find new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs a good leader.
You're a bad one, so where is that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Where's your leader at, little friend?
We lead ourselves.
Yeah. We just lead each
Independence,
other.
do you know what that's like? Probably not catering to people, it seems that's what you do. At least so your perception's good.
You talk a lot. I know things about you.
That's in everyone.
Well, I'm not the only one who answers to others, so let's not get on any high horses here.
No, so I'm just saying, recognize equal level when you see it.
All right,
Yeah,
all
game's
right.
the same.
I'm glad we all got this out of our system. What are you doing up there? Okay, first of all, why don't you come down here and talk like a regular weirdo in this world? Okay, and like, come on. Why are you so mad?
Because I came here to kill Flora, and you got in my way. I don't like my plans to change.
Well,
I
listen.
didn't expect
Desiree writes
this.
books. We'll just write down you killed her, huh? You know, you can have it.
I hate
That's
to
fair.
interrupt, but if your plan all along was to have her dead, and now she is dead, I would think that that would be a successful mission, whether or not it was by your hands.
Oh,
That's good.
There are things out of your scope here, but I would like to have killed her myself for personal reasons, let's say.
Well, I'm not even sure that we were the ones that killed her, so I think your anger might be a little bit misplaced.
She kind of looks around for the first time. Her eyes kind of break off of this. She's been dead staring at this uh, funeral spot. She finally body snaps out of that. Maybe you're right.
I mean, I was doing everything in my power to keep her alive, and if whoever did find a means to an end for her wouldn't have done it in about 30 seconds, it seems like you would have been the one to finish her off. So I think that there might be a common enemy between us. Because I didn't want her dead, and you wanted her dead by your hands, so I think that there might be a mission that we have together now, or at least maybe some information we could trade, like Sharp mentioned.
Oh, you have a certain similarity to my friend, and so does he. And she points at Ursine. Neither of you are strong enough to be them, but you are interesting. Then her eyes cut to Sylvie. There's something interesting about you. You haven't quite figured it out yet, but I think you will soon, and that's when you'll be interesting enough for me. So, I give you this one. I didn't get here fast enough, but I won't be slow again. See you around. Kind of whirls herself, and then she whirls her arms, and then they kind of all four of them turn into clouds and kind of float up back into this storm that is above and starts to roll out.
So I think that the possibility of there being an anti-will of Asteri after that interaction is very high.
That's true.
He was cute too.
he took my bubble.
Yeah, what
You
can-
guys are so much better at speaking to others than I am. I said words just in general, and I got hit.
That's true.
No, that's accurate.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, if that was a tree, there would be no conflict at all.
That's
I
true.
don't mean to offend you, Ursan, but that might be a symptom of your old age that is continuing to get older and older as the days pass. So, no offense, but we might see
Getting
some memory loss or some strange behaviors from you. I hate to be
I'm
rude like
always
this
stuck
to
to
you.
trees. No, it's fine. It's fine.
You started wetting yourself recently, or a sign?
Never stopped.
No,
Oh, is it
Noted.
time to prepare for a passing? I can send you off in peace.
You know,
he's
I was
sending
really
himself
hoping
off.
that I was going to have a little bit of time to relax before then, but I mean, honestly,
I'm-
we
That's
can
good.
probably sort of prep on the way to the end of the mission.
Oh, what you should do,
Yeah,
Tidbit, is just prep his room in your little temple and make it like it's his death box.
Oh no, you can't die in there. That's
Oh no, it's just so he could get used to it. Prepare him, as he just said.
that temple is for good vibes only.
I mean, you can make a death box
hey,
have good vibes.
I am looking forward to the release of Death. So that, like, to me, good vibe.
Hey, I just want to volunteer when that day comes. I'll do it.
Oh, how kind.
I just sort of thought it would happen. But thank you.
You know, just in
We
case you
could-
get to that point and you're like, oh, it's happening. I'll be there to finish it.
I need. Okay, okay,
As a friend.
okay. Well, I do appreciate that. I don't want it to be.
Friends do
Law.
murder friends upon request.
Yeah.
We'll call it pulling the flora. Just killing your homies for the greater good. It's great.
Yeah.
Should we get moving? Should we move?
Of course,
Yeah.
you would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
right.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Earthside, make me a. I have to do insight check now. Insight check. I waited for so long for you.
You're banned.
You're fired.
No more insight.
Dirty 20.
Ooh. As that whole like chaoticness was happening, you're kind of just standing there, like kind of silently watching all this happen, just kind of like in your body. You're feeling this surge of magical energy. You feel like how a true caster feels. It's like, wow, I have spell slots. Ooh. You feel that power coming from Flora inside of you, and you feel that feels like a cool, comforting breeze. And then there's a part of you that is almost like the opposite side of that, like the warm side of a pillow. You can feel this fire inside of you that it's almost like it's almost like a warning. It feels like the opposite of how you felt when you used Commune with Nature and you identified the primordial prince / Flora. Like you were like, oh, this is where I want to go. There's a fire in you that is almost like a warning sign of something else. It's like a not a smoke detector. Beep, 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 beep. Those things that beep when you get closer to things.
Metal detector.
Yes, I was like, I know that was like the actual name. I was like, anyways.
I think.
But it feels like that. But it's like it's hot. You feel like you are farther away from something. But whatever it is, it's like it is a fear inside of you. So you have this awareness of like there's this natural or this earthy calmness to you, and then there's a fear of fire and a direction that it's coming from, which is almost the direction you came from. Points northeast.
Let's walk a little faster. I'm getting the willies
Oh, some
Alright.
pep in
from.
that.
I'm getting the willies from the direction we came from too. Just open communication. Let's speed walk this bitch.
Yes, and I will ask: are you walking further into the Court of Autumn, or are you walking out of the Court of Autumn?
I personally think we should get Ursine here to that ley line.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Is that the direction?
That is not the direction.
Perfect. Let's do that. Splendid.
Before you die.
Oh no, not die.
Gotta be useful somehow.
Uh,
I can make birds too. So the person earlier they were saying shit about birds and how cool they were. I can do birds too.
You're
What do you
currently
mean?
doing it.
yeah, you also know that the avian folk come from, or they are born. Oh, I guess you would know this, but the party can share with you that avian / bird folk come from the Court of Spring. They are weird and culty. They are not nice people on the best days. They're kind of all assholes and a little xenophobic against non-avian people.
Not
But-
me, just y'all.
Oh,
I have wings.
Does that make you okay? Yeah, I guess I was thinking like avian as in bird, but I guess avian as in
birdish.
air.
Birdish.
Tendon flew earlier.
Laughs in wild shape.
Yeah.
Laughs and giant. I love it. Yeah, you are easily able to continue on. Make me a. What have you been doing? Nature or survival. This is for Ursine and Hot Tree Girl. Desiree. Man,
That's right.
I was like, oh,
Yo,
the hot
I got a 17 with a nature check.
17. Okay.
I got a 22 with survival.
Okay. You guys spend a good bit of time walking. This court is extremely unfamiliar to everyone involved, unless you've heard about it in books, but no one's ever really been here. Um, there is a beach to the south where there is a city, and then what am I- deep east is where you would want to head if you're trying to go to the physical location of the ley line. And then you would just assume it's going to take you, it's going to cutting across an entire court will take you days at minimum. And so you're welcome to that. You'd also be moving probably at a slower pace because you're trying to not be spotted by the Fungal Mother as much as possible. So I'll take a group stealth check from everybody.
Give me half a second.
Yeah.
Half a second.
Uh-oh.
I can do pass without trace for an hour.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's only an hour, but that's a plus 10 to dex.
Okay.
Stealth, specifically.
Cool.
I will take everyone, since it's only last one. Everyone roll regular, and I will add 10 to the total at the end. I'm going to do a total number you're all trying to hit. So I'll add it to the end. Since
I got
you
a 5, guys. I'm sorry.
I got an
That's
8.
okay.
I got a
We all
19.
all of us have to do 20s. Awesome.
18.
Oh,
What'd you say,
fuck.
Scott?
Okay.
8,
14.
14. Who am I missing? Who got the 5?
Erica.
Urka.
Okay. Who got the 8?
Me.
18.
Meh.
That was you? 10, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
So that's missing. Plus 19. And then I'll add the 10. That's crazy. You guys, it takes you a little bit of time as you're all super stressed about the way in which you've been coached on moving through this court. Desiree kind of harbored on you guys to walk softer and shut the hell up. And you guys are definitely trying to do that. And trying to do that just is keeping you moving a little bit slower. So it's going to take you like 2.5 days to get to where you're going. And so I will allow you to, you can get that first leg of travel pretty easily. With the nature rolls you rolled, you can avoid any sort of like chaos that might run into you. But you do travel for a smooth 7 to 8 hours before needing to bed down and to rest. I assume the Temple of Gods.
Temple of Gods.
Hallowed be thy name. Would anyone like to do anything in the Temple of Gods before they rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna whittle a sign that says "Good vibes only" to hang on the front door.
And you come inside this time.
Yeah, I'll come inside this time.
I don't lock the door.
Bring your bad vibes out.
Only good vibes. Only good. I'm still not being converted, but it's good vibes on. Good vibes.
The good vibes is
Debatable.
Yeah.
LOL.
I'm just chilling, watching Ursine sleep. That's it.
Make me up. I like it. Desiree, what are you doing, if anything? Of note.
I feel like she's just gonna do some nightly reading and get some sleep because I'm actually not looking too great. I was trying to hide it.
Perfect. You could do some edits to the lore as Ogma's been added into. You can go back and add things into books. So you're like, oh, we've redacted history. Like that's crazy. Retcons. Never happened before. That is something that you can notice. Make me a. I'm going to say anyway. You notice that there are these retcons happening. Like as you're learning information, it just contradicts the things that were written in your books, and you don't think that people were. You don't think that the people before were lying. You think somehow things have changed from when they were written to what they are now. I don't know if your brain would even know how to process that, but if it does, you let me know. Ben, you doing anything crazy?
I'd love to use my legend lore feat to talk to Summer Song real quick.
come back to you. Tana, you didn't do anything crazy?
I mean, I'm with Sharp staring at Earth Sign, but I have Detect Magic on, and I'm really trying to see how the absorption of this primordial influencer is going. Because I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Now that I know I can like absorb them, why not kill them?
All right, well, let's start with the easier one. We hop over to our friend Tidbit. Um, as you hop into your pool and you cast that legend lore,
Nice to know.
cast a legend lore, and you kind of awaken and you see Summer Song, long hair, golden robes, beautiful skin. You know him. The fingers, so many of them, so many digits. He's sitting at his principal's office desk, eating a little candy, and he's just looking at you.
So, God, are we in the habit of lying now?
Not really a fan of you calling me God, but we won't get into that. What did I lie about this time, Tidbit?
I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Um, well, one, I was supposed to graduate school. You said that, and then, boop, Portal didn't get to graduate. And two, that we were supposed to stop Primordial Princes, and now I don't even know what that was, but it was kind of like, okay, but I panicked and it vanished, and then it just died! And I don't... Three, there's still no snacks, and we've talked about this.
Well, one, graduation is a ritual that everyone can go through, but you don't have to actually be there to do it. So you did technically graduate, even though you didn't do all of the graduation things. But you are now an alumni of the Sky Defense Academy, so you have graduated. Now part two. I can't really tell you everything. I can't be like, hey, actually, there are multiple layers of things going on. But you are technically thwarting the efforts of the primordial princes by stopping the primal influences, because if you stop them, then the parents cannot come, thus they do not return, and you have ipso facto handled the primordial princes. So, there's that. And three, we talked about that.
Yeah, I just figured it wouldn't hurt to throw it in again.
You already tried.
Well,
I love the consistency. Even though I know you're going to try again, and I know you're going to fail, I love that you do try.
it's been a long time since I've had any good food or a banquet.
Are they not preparing in your...
Well, anyway, I don't think I have anything else for you, Summer Song, sir. I need to go to bed.
Well, I can tell you this, you get a great rest. So.
You're not going to be watching me, are you?
Oh God, no better things to do. There are lots of things happening. This is a crazy time to be alive.
You say that like you planned it. A little bit.
Hi. What? Why would I orchestrate this for any reason? That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not. Nope. This is Man, the connection is getting crazy. I'm getting cut off. Oh no! He starts
That's
crunching
not
on
how
it.
this. That's
Ow.
not how this works.
Oh no! Getting pulled into a different timeline where I'm not Summoner Song. I'm Summoner. And he
You controlled that.
moves himself
No,
from the
right.
situation.
Lord.
You just slowly wake up out of it as I'm like rubbing your back. Hey, he's all right. He's all right. It's
I'm
all right.
flailing in the pool.
It's
Why
okay.
are you down here?
Well, just wanted to watch you for a while because I'd never seen you wiggle like that when you sleep, and I figure something crazy's going on. So, what is it, Tidbit?
I was made in the image of my God, I think.
Yeah, get some sleep. That really sucks. Yeah.
Speaking of people and their gods, another person. What are you doing?
I'm going to cast Commune with Nature.
Ooh.
as I go to sleep. I will gain knowledge of the terrain and bodies of water, the influence from other planes of existence, and prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples.
Cute. Where do you do this at? Where do you plant yourself? No pun intended.
I'll probably have my feet in the water.
Okay. As you put your feet in the water and you start to cast this spell, Sylvie's watching, right?
Yeah, not like a weirdo, but like, you know.
Yeah, you've seen him cast Commune with Nature before. His Blightstorm, they get around him and they start to like do a weird dance, and he like has a moment. The first half of that is accurate. The Blights gather around him. They make the triangle. They like do their weird like sit down. Their roots like go to the ground and link with each other. And the beginning of that ceremony goes well. And then Ursine just full passes out. He just like and just like full passes out. Ursine, as you go to cast Commune Nature, you see this image on the Discord. It is this woman made of she has bark skin and she has moss for hair that goes down her back and shoulders. She carries this tome that no matter how many times she turns the page, it's always in exactly the middle of the book, and she's just reading it. You're in this large meadow. You go to cast Commune Nature. Is there something that you are looking for when you cast that spell?
No, I'm really just trying to like connect with the surrounding area, understand it a bit more. That's really it, and also just like sort of wind down before bed.
Gotcha. Yeah, you one, you don't expect to be in anywhere else besides inside the temple. You recognize this place. This is the garden you always see Ogba in, the giant tree. It's just there's no giant tree now. It's open plains, and you just see like almost dead center. There's just this woman who is has this book. They look up from the book, and almost in a blink, they go from being in the center of that meadow to right in front of you, and they're hugging you. And she grabs you, embraces you. Oh, oh, thank you.
Agba, is this you?
Oh, honey, it is, and I have been tired. But you saved me. Feel so young. I feel like I know so much. I could do anything. And I also
That's
know that
good.
your name is Ursine Grills, not Ukak.
Yes. I've heard many stories of Ukak, though. Am I saying that right?
Yes, yeah, great, powerful champion. My first. It was. Oh, we had some good times together.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like this is, I've obviously chatted with you before, but this is my first time. I feel like chatting with you. Um, yes, not a tree anymore. I am smaller.
Yeah.
I'm more compact. She's like modeling.
Is the library still here, or is that still you? Oh, nothing. I was just curious.
She closes her book and holds it up, and it says, "The knowledge of everything." What do you want to know?
I'd expected the book to be a little bit thicker. I don't
It's
know.
okay.
What? Who was Flora?
Flora, Tim is my daughter, and I thank you for reconnecting us. It's why I can appear to you like this. We were split, and it was weird. Time is a little funky.
Why were you split? They say about being a child of one of the primordial princes, and I didn't know that what I was trying to find and save was the same thing that I was trying to find and destroy. It's a little contradictory.
I can see how that could be confusing. And to be fair, I also didn't know that she was the primordial prince. I didn't know that that was her new assignment. That is news to me. But I am happy that you found her, and it makes sense that they'd be connected in this weird way. He's funny like that.
Who is?
Oh, you know, the guy who runs all this. Yeah, time. Some Urba summer song.
Summer. Oh, so what? So
He
is he? He's not a primordial prince. I know this, but so
no
the one
no.
who's
It's a meddlesome elf. People like to do things. They don't really think about the ramifications that will come after that. I can also say that it was also technically my fault. I did sign up. I did like sign the contract to compete, and I did win. And I just didn't know that it was gonna get all wibbly wobbly, mumbo jumbo, time wobbly. But now that I'm here and you fixed me, it's actually okay. It was just a really rough couple thousand years for me, but I am back.
it's good to see you're back. I do have to say, after learning this, I'm frustrated because it seems that we're on a chore at the moment to fix the gods' mistakes, and they've been painting it as if it wasn't their fault. I believe that accountability should be taken and the truth be told. What harm is there in Summer Song, for instance, to say, "Oh, I made a mistake. I need you all to fix that."
Well, there's sometimes people aren't. They don't consider some things mistakes. They are things that had to be done to get to other outcomes. I do reckon the confusion that you have here with my situation involvement in this, and I will say that as a celestial being, had nothing to do with this weirdness. I'm figuring it out just as much as you are. In fact, I'm not supposed to communicate with you all at all. It's kind of against the rules to communicate with mortals. But I needed help, and you listened, so I talked. You are a really good listener, and I'm here. So I will offer you aid in kind. Flora, my daughter, was not always a primordial prince or a primal influencer because I was not always a primordial prince. I was something before, and there was a primordial prince, and I replaced them. Summer Song. You know how you can have a really cool book, and you're like, wow, these are all awesome characters, and you get to the end of the book, and you're like, what if I wanted to change one of these characters out by just adding a new character in? I'm the new character, and the old character was the other Earth Primordial Prince. When I won my, I can't really talk. When I won my thing, I was brought here, but I can't just exist here. And in my own, I had to replace something else that was similar to me. I had to replace another being, and that being seemed to have been this primordial prince that you have some worry about. I'm probably because I had a child, and they had a child that I just got slotted into the giant Earth spirit with baby. It's
Okay, this doesn't mean that I'm going to have to deal with you dealing with the primordial princess, because I don't think that I would be able to bring myself to do that.
nope. I'm not a primordial prince. I am a full-on deity. Those things are not gods, but not mortals either. They're weird.
I believe it.
But you are a champion. You have weathered much, and you will continue to weather things. I've read your story. Do know how
I hope that I don't. I hope this is the last one. I didn't want to do this.
It's a really good story, and it does end with your retirement. If that makes you feel better.
A little bit. I hope I have more than a year of retirement ahead of me.
How long do you want to be retired for?
I don't know. I was expecting to be retired by now. I am tired.
Listen, I'm tired and I'm a god. I don't get to retire. I just retire. Sorry, that was a joke. Okay.
But that's not. I was never expecting this. I got to expect like death and being able to relax beforehand, and I seem to not be able to get that. And I can empathize with you, but also I feel as though you have that expectation that you are going to continue to be, and I don't. I need to enjoy life as it is. I'm just rambling right now. I'm complaining. I have a job to do. I apologize.
You are welcome to complain and ramble. We all die. To be obsessed with the end would make us ignore what is now. I will die one day. I could spend the time from now until then being upset that it hasn't come sooner or that I didn't do what I wanted, or I could spend every day making a difference that makes me feel in some way complete or whole. And that's what I want for you. That's what I feel you have done. You just don't enjoy it. If death were to come for you and that were your story, you'd be dead. Silvernell is rampant with death and decay. And you've persisted. You turn blights, things that are death and decay, into things that, okay, they still kill things, but they kill things with intention now because you direct them. Perhaps you don't stop death, maybe you direct it. Maybe there's more to being alive than having to die in the end. But that is just me. What do I know? Goddess of wisdom and all.
Ha ha ha.
Who's to say?
Well, thank you for your words. It's not what I want to hear at all. But I respect your words and you and your thoughts and wisdom, and I'll ruminate on them. So thank you for that.
And I thank you for your actions. For I could not do them, but it was you who did them. And with honesty and to completion, without you, I would not be here. You saved a god. And as that god, I am more so in your debt. If there's everything you need from me, please let me know. But and she kind of reaches out and cups your face. But always know that my power runs through you, and you feel once again that the cool side of the pillow, that nature, that earthy side. It builds, and you just feel a lot of power inside of you, and it is brimming and brewing. You can feel earth around you, just more natural, more energy expanding inside of you. I will ask you this: you've seen lots of ways that Earth can present itself. Do you, Earth sign, believe Earth is of the three types you've seen? You can also throw in a fourth one if you want. Is it rocky and craggy? Is it the fungal aspect of nature? Or is it the overgrowth, the green? What does nature mean to Earth sign as he has?
Probably more overgrowth. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, maybe a bit of like that and like fungal growth and stuff, but it's mostly just like unchecked, unperturbed by society, our infrastructure. So probably more overgrowth.
Perfect. And you see that start to manifest as she touches your face, and you feel that power growing in you, and your idea of what raw nature looks like. It is, if you were here for the Penelope Flora era, it is very much what Penny wanted. It was that it was the flora getting to run free, and you see that in this space that you're in. You see Agua staying in front of you, and the area around you starts to change. Little rocks start to form up. They're covered in moss. Trees and vines start to grow out of the ground and fall from the sky. As this area becomes encapsulated with rampant overgrowth. Tanner, you see Ursine's body laying in between his blights, and truly other people have probably gathered as well, because he has become cocooned in nature, much like the blights were trying to do to Flora. It is just happening to him, seeming to stem from him, maybe from his hair. It's like leaves and branches are starting to grow out, very a la first couple episodes with Desiree, as the plants start to grow out of his natural being. It becomes cocooned in earth and in roots and vines and foliage as he sits there, and you can't see him. He's just like very mummified, and you see that you see it build up very dramatically, and you're like, guys, what's going on here? Everyone gathers. It starts to shake. This is after Tippett has come out of his little moment. He starts to shake and rattle, and it starts to crack. And I will tell you what you all see next time on the adventure in Hilvenel.
I've been staring at this man.
Yes, stare at him. Stare at that leafy boy. He becomes a vegan. Ooh.
No, well, actually, same. I can't say anything.
Not the vegan.
Welcome.
Goofy. Just a short little episode for us today as we wrap up Act 1. Woo!
Hey.
The DBE has been revealed. Can you kill the wind? Let's find out.
Sure.
Okay. We will see you all next week, and we're gonna wish our friends the Nicholsons have the best of time at Epic. It's called Epic, right? At Epic, and you have a safe drive tomorrow and on Sunday. And if you don't have the best time ever, and come back and tell us about it, so we can pretend that we were also there and had a great weekend, we'll be mad at you. We'll love you either way.
I'm recording it on my phone.
Ooh.
I'll eat it all up. I'm like, wow, it's like I'm there. I love it. I love social. Okay, perfect. So we are back next week at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for episode 22 of Campaign 5. What the Fae? The Odyssey of Chaos, and we will see you all there. Bye.
Bye.